Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh will today make a statement in Lok Sabha on the prevailing situation at LAC in eastern Ladakh region, where Indian and Chinese troops have been locked in a prolonged standoff. To talk more about it, we have with us our correspondent Abhishek Jha. Abhishek, today the Raksha Mantri is expected to make a statement. Let us know how important, or for that matter, what is the significance of the statement given the prolonged standoff which is being seen at the LAC.
Preeti, the significance of this statement is very much, especially in reference to what Prime Minister had said yesterday, that whatever the situation is there would be total information sharing from the government side to the opposition leader, because before the session started, there was a demand from opposition leaders and opposition parties that there should be more clarity on what is going on along the LAC. We also know that Rajnath Singh himself has met with the Chinese Defense Minister in Moscow a few days ago on the sidelines of SCO Defense Ministers meet, and they have had a very comprehensive and in-depth, very long discussion on what is going on there, what has been there, and what should be the way forward. Very soon, in a week's time, Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar also met his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi, and they also discussed. In fact, they came out with a 5-point agenda how to deal with the ongoing situation and how to ease the tension. That also included some confidence building measure preceded by disengagement of troops and other steps to ease the tension there. So these are have been the information in the public domain. But we know that when the Defense Minister himself will be speaking in the Parliament, he might give he might throw some light on what transpired with in the meeting between him and the Defense Minister of China, and also in the last 3-4 days we have not heard any escalating tension between the troops of India and China at LAC or along LAC. So what has been the good part during the discussion, and what has been the and is there anything which is being translated on the ground also, that will also be shared by in the Parliament when the Defense Minister will be giving his statement.
All right, so an evaluation of the situation at the LAC is expected today when the Defence Minister makes a statement. Abhishek, also I would want you to elaborate more as to which way are the relations headed to, because we've seen in the past also both the sides have said that both are equally important for each other, and also how there is a need to maintain peace and tranquility at the LAC. But at the same time, we see there there are instances which have led to mistrust between the two sides, and the standoff has been going on for months in continuity now. I would want you to I want to know from you, how do you understand the ongoing this relationship, the ongoings between the two sides, the present
Preeti,
ongoings between the two sides?
Of course, Preeti, on the face of it, it doesn't look like any leadership at any political level that both the country are trying to, make the situation worse. There has been a regular engagement between the diplomatic at diplomatic level and military level, and the ministers themselves, they have also been talking about this. In fact, when Defense Minister was in Moscow, the invitation to talk with the Chinese Defense Minister came from the Chinese side. So there is an eagerness from China also, and also India acceded to that invitation. That itself says that India also wants to negotiate everything threadbare, and understand and make the other party understand what has been the situation on the ground. So on the face of it, it looks like neither side wants to escalate the situation. However, on the ground, there is a different reality where the troops are engaged on a very close range. There has been reports that the distance between two sides is merely less than 500 meters, which is very much in the firing ranges of each other. And there has been there were reports of some firing by troops from Chinese side. So on the ground, there has been a regular tension breaking up, and the situation is not very amicable there. However, one can take the cues from the ministerial meetings that has happened in Moscow, that both sides not only want to negotiate the issue in a very detailed manner, but they also want to go back to the earlier bilateral agreements that has been between India and China in 90s to ensure the peace and tranquility remain along the lines of LAC, because we know that there has been some issues of perception between both the countries, and the line of actual control is not the decided boundary between the two sides. This is a process that would be continuing in the days to come. And there has been a special mechanism by both the countries that was established. And on Indian side, special representative is our NSA Ajit Doval, and on Chinese side, that special representative post is held by Foreign Minister Wang Yi. And
Right.
these two persons have the responsibility to regularly negotiate and understand each other's point of view regarding the border relations. So maybe in the days to come, that whole mechanism will come back to the fore, and this de-escalation or disengagement of troops one can expect for the people along the borders.
All right, Abhishek, thank you so much for joining us with those inputs. That was our correspondent Abhishek Shah telling us more about the statement which is to be is likely to be made by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today on the situation at LAC in Parliament. We'll keep you updated. Up next, we'll